Here's Ray in Maryland joining us right now. Hey, Ray, what's going on?
Hey now, Eddie. How's it going today?
Hey, man, good.
Oh, man, really enjoyed that Rocks premiere last night. We watched it live.
Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, we did our first YouTube show, me, Don, and Jim, last night. I appreciate everybody watching. If you didn't see it, you can see it on YouTube now, archived. We'll be doing that every Wednesday night, 7 Eastern live.
I was majorly geeking out. My poor wife was stuck in a room with you three and me, and you and I were finishing each other's thoughts throughout it. Like, at one point, Don said something. I was like, no, Don, that's not right. It's this. And then you corrected him right after me, and my wife just looks at me and was like, what's going on? It was great. Loved it.
Very cool.
I got my top 5 frontmen.
All right. Go ahead. Let's hear them.
I got 3 that have not been mentioned. I'm going to give my 5 and 4 to a little love out of the guys from that 90s era. The only one I heard mentioned was Scott Weiland. But number 5, I got Eddie Vedder, who I think is an amazing frontman. Mm-hmm. At number 4, I have Chris Cornell. Just unbelievable, especially in the early days when he would stage dive and just, it's not about singing, even though he's a phenomenal singer. Number 3, Ronnie James Dio. Dee Snider's out of his mind on that one. Number 2, the great Steven Tyler, of course, who is still amazing. My number 1, who has not been mentioned, and he's the reason I picked up a guitar and started singing in a band back in the 80s, is the almighty James Hetfield.
Yeah, you're right. Hetfield did not come up, Ray, at all.
Yep.
And I think, and I mentioned this yesterday because a couple people brought up Lemmy when we did that show. And thank you, Ray. Thanks for calling, and thank you for watching the YouTube show last night. Few people mentioned Lemmy. Few people mentioned Jimi Hendrix. Ray's bringing up James Hetfield. If you didn't listen to the show a few days ago, we did a top 5 frontmen show, not singers, frontmen. And you can go back on the app and check it out. But I made the point that I think that I think your first inclination when you think about a frontman is just a singer. I think once the person plays an instrument as well, it takes the idea of frontman a little bit out of your thought process. I'm not saying that's fair or it should. I'm not saying if they play an instrument, it disqualifies them. I'm just saying I think to most people, the prototypical frontman is the guy who is not tethered to an instrument. So maybe that's why Hetfield didn't come up. Maybe that's why Lemmy only came up once. Hendrix only came up once. I think I'm the only one who brought up Paul Stanley, and of course he plays guitar.